All right, good evening to all of you. Let's use the chat box. But I trust you are doing well. Am I audible enough, please? All right. Kindly remind your community, your friends, those that are supposed to be here. Remind them quickly that, hey, the class started. All right, today is day 2. And we will be looking at trading tools and platforms. We'll be looking at trading tools and platforms. So don't wait too long to invite your friends. Share the link with them, especially those who want to be reminded before they join the session. And those of you who missed last Monday, that was just a recap, just a quick recap or short video, and you can watch it on our YouTube platform. You search for Dream Dealer Academy. You'll be able to see it and then recap whatever you missed. Or you probably don't get the concept fully and you want to get it over and over again. Utilize the recording. All right, so before we continue, do you have any question from last Monday session? Do you have any question from last Monday session? Maybe no or yes, then we can continue. Do you have any question? Okay. All right, that's fine. So 2 people responded, and that's cool. Now, when you want to trade, let's assume you are very new to trading and you now know that it's foreign exchange, one one currency trading against the other. All right. And then you now ask yourself, how can I do this? So you need brokers. You need brokers. What and who are brokers? Okay. So they are just an intermediary between you and the market. They connect you to the market. The brokers also give you extra advantage. They give you the muscle to control large large funds. Right. So you deposited $100 in your account and you want to buy 1,000 units or 10,000 units or 100,000 units of an asset. And then, for instance, let's say we are looking at Japanese yen versus euro. So you need 164.296 Japanese yen to buy 1 euro, right? So, and you want to buy 10,000 units. That 10,000 need to be about 164,000 or so, or 164,000 or so. So your equity you have is just, let's say, 10 or 100. The broker then gives you a shoulder to lean on, right? With high leverages to help you use your same equity you have as collateral and then use that to purchase the asset. Then after the trade goes in your favor, probably you bought, let's say from 163, it gets to 164. The difference is then subtracted and your profit is given to you. Before your profit is given to you, you pay a transaction fee, and that transaction fee, we call it the spread. Now, any good broker or bad broker will actually depend on the spread. That is what they take from you. So for example, if you are trading with a broker, that gives you a spread like here, this distance, very big like this. Just know that when your colleagues are making maybe $10, you might be making $5, right? So we try to let you understand some of these things at the same time. So it helps you know which broker to choose and then how to deal with brokers. Now, another thing you should know about brokers is we have three major types of brokers, classified as two major. If you are doing your research, you will come across A broker, B broker. Or if you're also doing your research, you come across market makers and ECN brokers, right? But then it goes beyond those two I mentioned, either market makers or ECN. But then ECN are just electronic communication networks. So most brokers actually gives you the opportunity to communicate through them to the market via electronic communication access. So if you are looking for type of brokers, we have brokers like straight through processing brokers. So those brokers that actually connect you to the financial market directly, and then you have access to the financial market APIs. You're trading like the big banks, having access to the same information. And we also have brokers that buy the asset and resell to you by adding a little bit of quotations at the same time. We have that type of brokers. Then we have the other brokers, which we don't recommend, kind of fictitious, because they give you wide range of spreads. We call them the no dealing desk. So when you're doing your research, you can type words like no dealing desk brokers. You can type words like dealing desk brokers. You can also type words like dealing desk straight through processing brokers. And it will give you, it will elaborate on most of this for you. Now, brokers also give you leverage. Okay. So the leverage, like I said, it's the purchasing power the broker gives you to help your little money being able to control large money. So whether you like it or not, you need a broker. No matter how rich you are, you need a broker. If you don't need a broker, then you have to start your own brokerage firm. Now, those saying the how can they start? One of the way to lose money quickly in this industry is to be impatient. Okay, that's one of the fastest way to lose your money. Be impatient. Um, I'm very sure you are here to learn. So the how to start is what you've already started. Help me guide you through so you can start on the right. Is that okay? Good. Now, leverage. Let me use USD. No, let me use $1 United States dollar. Okay. Let me use Euro United States. So this is Euro versus, and forget about everything on the chart. Let's just do small mathematics. Let's say we have what we call lot size. Then we are going to break them down one by one. We have the standard, the mini, and the micro. Okay. So we have those three. Now, one goes with 100,000 units. Another goes with 10,000 units. These are things you should understand carefully, please. And then the last one goes with the 1,000 units. Okay. So the 1,000 units is called the standard, the micro, and the mini. Now, the 100,000 goes with a standard lot size, 1.0. So anytime you type 1.0 as lot size, we are going to show you how you can do all those things as well. Anytime you type 1.0, you are telling the broker that you want to buy a standard unit of that asset. So it means that it is euro you are buying equivalent of 100,000 pounds, 100,000 euros, sorry, 100,000 euros. And then how much is the price? The price is multiplied by 1.08339. That's the current price. So if you are buying right now, you're actually buying the euro at $1.08339. So you need $1.08339 to buy 1 euro. Now, if you type 0.1, just like this, which is micro, you are actually buying 10,000 units of euro. And then if you type, sorry, 1.0.01, which majority of you use, you are actually buying 10,000 units. Now, let's come to think about it here. Let's use the list. So we have 1.08, 1.08340. Okay, so you can do the calculation yourself. Multiply it by 10,000. Anybody can give me an answer, please. So 1.08 multiplied by 10,000. Get the answer, I write it in the chat. Anybody? So we have 108. So 10,800. It should be 10,840 or something like that. Not exactly 10,800. But we are looking at 1083. Okay, so let's just assume that it's 10,800. And then you have, let's say, $100 in your account. The question is that, can you use $100 to buy 10,000 units of an asset that costs 1.08? No. So the broker now gives you that leverage to operate in. And leverage is good, at the same time it's bad. So we have leverage from 1 to 1 to some brokers offer as high as 1 to 1,000. Some brokers goes as high as 1 to 2,000. So if you are using leverage, the higher the leverage, if you are making money, that is to your advantage. But if you are losing money, it's to your disadvantage, right? That's leverage for you. Now, the leverage is governed by a rule, and that rule is the margin which you operate in as well. So we're going to take you through all this one after the other. Right. So those of you asking questions, I don't talk and answer questions. So I'll advise you to kindly put it in your notebooks so that when it is time for question, you can actually ask. So you don't distract yourself as well, including myself. The only time you should use the chat box at the moment whilst session is going on is when probably I I require you to type something. Okay? And at the same time, you should follow the session very well. There is nothing we won't teach you. Any word I mentioned, you will definitely get the concept and understand. So we have that leverage, giving you that ability. So if you have low equity, you could probably use big lot leverage. But then you should understand that when trade is going in your favor, leverage is actually a good thing. But when trade is going against you, leverage is somehow a bad thing. So we have some standard leverages like 1 to 500 can use as a trader or a starter, or 1 to 100. It varies from one broker to another broker. And some brokers make it fixed, and then some brokers also make it something you can adjust. Right? So based on the broker's policy and the rest, will determine which of them you want to use as well. Now we have different types of accounts, including Islamic account. So for those of you who are Muslims and follow every rule as far as Allah is concerned, Haram is concerned, and everything, and then you want to go extremely strict to your doctrine as far as Islam, you kindly let me know. I'll give you a broker that actually speaks your religion. Aside that, we all use the same brokers or the same type of account as well. Now, when you also get to brokers, we have accounts from cent accounts. We also have accounts as premium accounts based on some brokers. We also have some, they will tell you raw accounts. We also have some, they will tell you commission accounts. So the ones that charge you commission, they are kind of straight through brokers that connect you directly to the financial market. So you don't pay extra charges through spread. Now, how do they make the money? They make their money by charging you commission. So anytime you use a straight-through processing broker, you pay commission for any transaction you made or any trade you took, aside your win or loss. Well, it means that if you If you take a trade and the trade goes against you, you lost $10 as your loss, you now have to check how much commission did they charge you. So that commission is also added to you. And then if you also win, the commission is added. So for you to calculate your net profit, you need to subtract the commission from it as well. So the terminologies when it comes to opening accounts varies from one broker to another. If you get to the broker's website, you have the ability or the right to read about the broker and how its terminologies are, what goes into an account and the rest. So those are things that you should actually bear in mind whilst preparing to open your first trading account. If you already have your trading account, that's fine. Congratulations. Now, the next thing you should also look at when opening a broker account is compliance and regulation. Okay, compliance and regulation. So the compliance regulation goes with that aspect where one, what documents are required for you to open a broker account? The answer is, or the question, do you have them? The answer is yes or no. Um, the brokers requesting for proof of residential, what do they accept? Please, you need to understand these things so that you don't open a trading account before you are frustrated. For instance, any trading account you want to open, and then you are required to provide address. Okay, majority of us only type PO box. Majority of us only type PO box. Please, it is not PO box that you need to put there. Address means that where you stay, your residential address. Now, as you are going to type your residential address, by the time you went through the document requires opening an account or the regulatory mechanisms, you should be able to have your address on the document you'll be using to verify. So what you need to do, or what I do mostly, is that I first print my bank statement, and then I tell the bank that instead of PO box, kindly make sure this address appears for me. So when the address appears, what do? I type exactly. So even if your address is spelled maybe M-A-R-K, like my name, okay? That is your address. And then as the bank was typing, they type M-A-C. Very simple. Type the M-A-C, okay? Now, some of you say, I'm no more living at the address. What the broker needs from you is the information you're providing. Does it match the document you are providing? All right. So once you have that, you are good to go. That is for residential address. A lot of people do have problem with that. And then we are clarifying it from the beginning. The next is your name. So when you go to open an account, we have first name, we have probably other names or middle name, and then you have surname or last name. Now, some brokers only ask you your first name and last name. So if you are Mark, John, maybe Albert, and then Brain, once you get to first name, you type everything in that order, right? You type everything in that order. Then the surname or the last name comes last. Now, when you do that, if you're going to do that, some brokers, based on regulation, they take into consideration how the names are arranged. And the point is this: Mark Brain is different from Brain Mark on identification purpose. So then document you provide says Mark Brain, and the document you provided says Brain Mark. You are not the one. Unless the document specify first name Mark, last name Brain. Right. So these are some of the tiny things that can worry you when it comes to opening an account. Now, the next advice I want to give you is do not use any broker that wants you to put in money and be trading without verifying your documents, because they will definitely require that. And you might end up forgetting. And the day you need money, you want to withdraw your money, the broker is telling you that, yeah, you don't have this, go and provide it. It's very frustrating. So if some of you also have problem verifying your trading account when you open it, okay, please, once you are not ready to follow the rules, client information and the rest, you are not allowed to trade on. So it is somehow very important we need to understand before starting your trading journey. We will need to do KYC. We are going to request for your proof of identification. I need to also provide proof of what? Resident. If you are not ready to provide all these things, I am sorry, it is not something you are welcome to. Another thing you need to know is some brokers do not allow politically exposed person to trade or PEP. Okay, so if you are a politically exposed person, within the past 12 years, you inquire from your broker, do you accept me as a politician? The broker says no. You may have to do for a broker that actually accepts politicians to trade on their. Now, another thing you should take note of is, please, I know in Africa, we don't like reading the disclaimers and then agreement. At least glance through. Some points might catch your interest so that you understand where you are putting your money. Very, very important. So those are some of the things you should know about brokers. Now, when we are talking about spreads, we have what we call buying price and selling price. You can see two different prices here. They are not the same. One is 32, one is 34. Okay. So one is a buying price and then the other one is a selling price on both sides. Now, the distance between them, they're different in price. 32 minus 33, and it's changing. It's not fixed. So currently, you have to just subtract the two values from each other, and it will give you the spread. Now, on this side, you can see a red line and a gray line, right? The distance actually is the spread at the end of the day. So that is what we call spread. Now, anytime you execute a trade, the first negative you see is the spread. Before you start seeing profit, the first negative you see is the spread, right? Now, after you've done this, you then now go either into the broker system to download. Okay, mostly I go into the broker system. If I'm using HFM, Top FS, any of that broker, I prefer to go into download and download the customized MetaTrader or CTrader or any supported trading platform by the broker, right? Now, we're going to practice some of those things so you can see. Now, those of you using mobile phone, apart from CTrader that you can download, which is customized by your broker, you need to download MetaTrader Neutral from Play Store, and then you input your credentials. When you open a MetaTrader account in most brokers, the credentials are given to you, right? The credentials I sent your email. You take those credentials and you'll be able to open. After you open your account, everything will look as you are seeing my screen right now. We will show that of the phone interface at the same time. So, do you need to know the features of a trading platform? Yes, very compulsory. This is what you are going to use for the rest of your life as far as trading is concerned. So without you knowing them, automatically you'll end up lagging along the line as well. So pay attention and follow it. I'm going to start from this area. When you open the trading platform first, it mostly comes like this. Um, and say it mostly come or appear like this. So the box you can see behind is like grid, and then the lines you can see are period separated. We call them period separated. So all these can be customized, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Is it necessary? Well, just to give you a clean graphical user interface for you to be able to navigate what you're doing. So right click, you come to properties. probably common. So the common are things that anytime you open your broker account, anytime you open your MetaTrader, you want to see. So we have the axe line, which is this one of this, the red one. If you don't want to see it, you can check it out. We have the period separator. Before then, let me remove the grid. So without the grid, you see the chart this way. Then the period is when market started, where it ends, according to days or hours, based on the time frame you find yourself as well. Then we go back to properties. You can now say, okay, I don't want to see period separated, for instance, and then the chart becomes clean like this. Now, we have some ways to define the buying candles and selling candles. We're going to look into candles. So you can see some are falling and then some are rising. We want to give it color. On default, we mostly go for red, green, yeah, stuff. So bar up, I'll take red. Oh, sorry, bar up is green. Then bar down probably is red. Bull candle is red. Green, sorry. Bear candle is red, right? So click OK, you see something like this. Now, if you open a new chart again, you'll see the old one. You don't see the new one, right? When you are done, you can right click, come to templates and save. I've already saved it as red dot green. So you can save it so that anytime you open the chart, you don't have to go through properties and all those stuff and that stuff. Now, when you are going to save the template, anything you put on the template goes with it. So let's say you put a line like this, or you put a line like this before you save the template. This particular line will always go with. So always make sure that the only thing you want to see on the template is what you keep on the chart at the end of the day. Now, let's go through the navigation system as far as the trading platform is in concern. Now, there is no much difference between the MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5. So either of them will help you understand the system. Now, let's see the interface of MetaTrader 4. Now, this is MetaTrader 4 and 5. So this is a neutral MetaTrader 4, not customized by a broker or not linked to any broker directly. Now, if you're using the one that is linked to a broker directly, it means that the broker's server is the only thing you will see. So if you are using broker A, anything you can do with that particular MetaTrader platform is just the broker A alone. You are using broker B, but if you're using the neutral, it's not dedicated to any server. Because it's not dedicated to any server, you can always log multiple accounts from different brokers at the same time. Please, are you following so far? Let's get some feedback here. Okay, so we have some yeses. Thank you so much. All right, now let's now look at the navigating points of it as well. Now, I'm going to start with the top here where I'm drawing the red line. I just try to make sure you see everything one by one by one. So we have a logo, something like black in the corner. That's the logo. You then see the account number. Then you see the trading platform, the broker. So this particular account is HF Markets SV. So the SV actually means the current account I have right now is regulated by St. Vincent. Okay. A regulatory country as well. Then the account is a live server. So I'm on server 4, right? Then I'm actually under the HF Markets St. Vincent Limited, right? That's how it is. So the next thing is the asset you opened, right? So you see account number, HF Market, live server, H4, SV, GBP, USD, H1. So it means that we are currently looking at Great British Pounds, and then we are looking at 1 hour time frame. What is time frame? We will be touching time frame, and you will get the concept of time frame. It's very, very important because it helps you digest the market, communicate with the market, and know what the market is doing at one point in time as well. Now, those of you who actually understand Microsoft systems, you will accept that this is called the title bar. Okay, I'm not sending you back to high school, but that's it. So we have the first bar called the title bar. Then the next area is the menu bar. Okay, so this one that goes with file, view, insert, chart, tools, windows, and help. Window and help. They are the menu bar. When you open them, just like you go to a restaurant, they ask you, what do you want to eat? They can I get the menu? So you click, you can see drop folders and things you can see under them as well. And we now have the next one, which is the standard toolbar. The standard toolbar. So on the standard toolbar, based on the size of your screen, some of you might not see everything the same. Like this M1, M5, and the rest, some of you will see it at the bottom based on the size of your screen or the number of units you added here. You can customize every bit of them as. So on the standard, one of the tools you will definitely and mostly use is the new order button. Those of you who probably said, oh, I want to buy a robot, I want to buy expert advisor to trade for me, you will be using the auto trading. But when you come to MT5, you will see algo trading, right? That is the two different between them. Which platform am I showing? So if you are on MT5, like I just switched right now, you will see algo trading. What is algo? Algorithm. So you mean probably there's a pattern you always use in trading and you develop a software to handle that particular style of trading for you. Right, so some of those tools you'll be having access to. We have ways to see the chart. So we have the first one here called the bar chart. So you see the chart this way. We have the next one called the candlestick, which is very common, Japanese candlestick. We're going to learn a lot about Japanese candlestick. Then we also have what we call the line. So all you see on the chart is line. I sometimes love to use a line. They all have advantages, disadvantages, but then candlestick is the best so far. Well, I think I'm wrong. Not the best so far. The most recommended. Because I know people who trade with line, and I know people who trade with bar charts, and I know people who trade with candlestick. I trade more of candle and line. But there are some disadvantages to me. Okay. For example, if you put this line here, thinking that this is the end of price, let's go to candle and see that the line chart is not giving you the wick of the candles. It's only giving you the body formation of the candles. What is the body of the candle? What is the wick of the candle? We'll be looking at all these in a session. Not leaving anything. Then we have that area where you get some tools like the cursor, the crosshair, the vertical line, the horizontal line, the diagonal line. But then mostly it is called trend line. I mentioned diagonal line because we can use it for different purposes, but then commonly we use it for drawing the trend or help forecasting the trend, identifying the trend of the market. We have the equidistance line, we have the Fibonacci tool, the text tool, the label tools, and the rectangle and menu. We have the time frame, the time tool as well. Now we also have two buttons here, zoom in and zoom out. That helps you see the candles bigger or smaller. Anytime you want to do technical analysis. Now, let me shade an area for you to see something. Let me shade this area. You zoom out like this, you can see that you are seeing a portion or a fraction of what we shaded, right? So for you to be a trader that sees from far, it's always recommended to use a zoom out, especially if you're forecasting the market. And then after you're done forecasting the market, you may push it up a little like this to probably see the candlestick formation, make some decisions at the end. So these are the two buttons you click. We also have this button that arrange the windows for non-overlapping. Something like this where probably you've analyzed every asset and you are just ready to click a buy or sell. You want to see all the assets running, probably, or you are a correlative trader. You trade with correlation. You want to see if this asset is buying, this one is selling, this one is buying, this one is buying. You want to see that. So you can also see it like that. You don't want to see like that. You can just maximize one of them. Very, very simple. You come back to um, normal. Then we have this area, which is the market watch. Okay, so you can see 22, 19, 40. Okay, and then we also have the symbols, and then the symbols go with their bid price and ask price. With the bid price and ask price, how much they are willing to sell, how much they are willing to buy, and then the timestamp is also here. Now, the time is actually a standard time, and then some MetaTrader platform give it to you on your local time. But then this is the standard to the financial market. So probably on my side, it's about +3. Yeah, +3. Now, the next thing you should take note of is area we call navigator. So this area, I mean, this area here is called the navigator, where you can see your accounts, your trading accounts, live demo with their names. You see everything here as well. If you have indicators, special indicators, the, the standard indicators in the system, the expert advisors, you see everything right here. Then at the base here, we call it the terminal, where you see your current trade running. See the trade here, over here. When you execute any trade and it's running, you will see them here. Then you can see your balance, your equity, and your free margin. These are all things you will understand as we progress with the session. Then you can see exposure. What asset do you trade more often? Your account history, news, alerts, mailbox, market articles, code-based, expert, and journal. So journal is not about your trading approach, but anytime you try to open the portal or the terminal, what are the feedbacks that come? These are things you see. Now, at the base here, you see two things. You see the asset. So currently, I selected Euro USD, and I'm on the 15-minute time frame. Okay, so over here is Japanese yen. So we have a lot of assets that can load at the bottom here for you. Then the next thing is you have to look at it, the time and the date. So today is 3rd April, 17 GMT 22. Okay, so all this time is for you, is designed and is put there for a purpose. For instance, let's say you rely on my trade ideas or like my trade signals. You rely on my trade signal. And I gave you a signal and you saw the signal an hour late. What can you do? You can just put your lines and then vertical line and horizontal line to see the price and the time the signal was given. Then you can be able to check when the signal of giving, where it moved to within that period. Is it late, safe to enter? If it is yes, you can go in for a buy or sell based on the decision or the direction of the market. So that's why time is very, very important. Anytime you take a trade, you need to take note of the time you execute the trade. When you take time and then note the time you execute the trade, you will be able to know what session was in progress before you execute. And that actually helps you know how to correct yourself. Probably there is something you don't do, you didn't do right within that particular time. If the trade also goes in your favor, look back and see what you've done right, what the market goes in your favor as well. Then we have the price. This is where you see the price. So for instance, we are looking at Euro USD. See the prices here. We are looking at, let's say, XAU, Gold USD. You see the prices here as well. So when you see the price, where is the current price? Current price is here. So based on your visibility, you can customize how you want to see the price and every other information. So that is how price is communicated to you. So when I said buy gold or sell gold at 22.76, where is 22.76? Somewhere here. When price is not there yet, when price is not there yet, then you have to wait for price to get there. When price is already there, then you can execute a trade. When price is not there, you can do what we call pending order. Either stop orders or limit orders. We're going to talk about them as well. So that is how you take charge of price. And if you're able to follow this so far, you now understand and know how to navigate the trading platform. And the session is not going to be theory. Once we are done with this session, majority of you will be guided to create your accounts and start trading or practicing with us. So one button you can click is either this button for buy or this button for sell, or you click this button for a new order. Now, if you click this sell or this buy, you are actually telling the market to execute trade instantly for you. Once you click any of these two buttons, market will execute trade instantly for you. Now, if you click new order, it takes you through the buying system like this. Then you can see the symbol, the volume, the stop loss value, the take profit value. Is there any comment you are making to the trade? What type of execution are you doing? Is it a market execution or pending order? All these are things that are available. Then after that, what type of execution do you want to do? Is it a buying or a selling? And once you put all those things there, you click a buy or you click a sell. You are just done executing trade. Now, regardless your expertise and your risk, I will advise you that as far as you start trading or making any decision right now, do not put anything bigger than 1.0 at the moment. But stay with a low risk, which is where you see your volume. Where you see your volume here is the lot size. Where you see the 0.01 here is also the lot size. Now, these are few things you should please take note of and understand. Now, I'm going to show you that of mobile phone so you can grab the concept over there as well. So I'm switching to mobile phone. But at the same time, is there any volunteer with a good network that wants me to use his or her phone for demonstration? You can just say yes in the chat box. But then please know how to navigate soon. Anybody here? Okay. Okay, so yes, we who should I use? Who wants me to use their phone? Because you expose your privacy, right? Are you willing to share a screen? Okay. Lumbani said she can do if no one is available. All right. So Let me make you a co-host, and you can share your screen, please. Probably, I will let you teach because I'm very sure you are familiar with the platform. Wherever there is correction, I will correct it for you. So please share your screen now. No, I mean MetaTrader, please. Either Meta 4 or 5.
Okay, just a minute. I just want to open the right one before I share.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so where do you want me to go?
MetaTrader 4 or 5.
Yes, I'm there on MetaTrader 5.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so over here, when you install your MetaTrader 4 or 5, everything appears this way, right? So you can see we have quotes at the top. So what are quotes? Quotations, assets. So the current assets you are seeing are the ones that are listed over here. So you can, when you scroll through, you see a lot of assets as well. Now, this is MetaTrader 5. There is a slight difference between the MetaTrader 5 and 4, but not too much, all right? Now, please don't scroll.
Okay.
Right. So let's say we are looking at GBP odd or GBP card. Now, let me be sure. Can you all see GBP card? Yes or no? Can you all see GBP card? Yes or no, please. Apart from Madam Lubani, you don't have to move from here. I want to be sure if they can all see. Can you all see GBP card? GBP card. Then there is B.Z. Okay. All right. Thank you. Now, there is something under it. 22, 32, 59. That's time. Then at the top, we have 545 pips, which is 0.32% right. Then under it, you see something like a bridge, Okay. Then there is 8 moving 6, 8 moving 8, 6, 8, 7, 6, currently 7. That is actually the spread. That's just what the communication is giving you there. There you now see each price 1.7117 exponent 3, 1.7117 exponent 9. That's just the big price and the ask price as well. Then the lowest it went and the highest it went. These are the informations you get here. And you can find them under quotes. Now, under this code, please kindly click on the plus at the top for me. Under this code, there is that thing at the top called plus, or just like a symbol plus, that can help you add an asset. Now, over here, now define your broker. So if I share my screen, you might not see the same thing. When somebody also share their screen, you might not see the same thing because our brokers we're using are different. Now, for instance, there is a folder called Forex and there is another folder called Forex Zero. And they have major pairs and minor pairs. We have indices, futures, spot, commodities, bonds. So an asset you want to trade and you cannot find it under quotes, you can now come here and look for it and add, or just click on find symbols and you can have it. Please go back. Then we also have the pencil at the top right corner there. And the pencil, probably you don't trade asset. You want to just make sure that your watch list is defined. You want to make sure your watch list is defined. Maybe you are like me. You trade gold, you trade euro, you trade Great British pound, like only 5 or 6 assets, and you just want to see them there. When you click the pencil, it gives you the ability to edit what you want to see here and what you don't want to see there as well, right? Now, from there, we have charts. We now have charts. So please, let's go to chat. Oh,
Doctor.
all right.
Oh,
My network
beautiful.
went off and I'm back. So
Okay.
when you click on chat, you can see that we move from quote. We are now on chat. So over here, you see your candlestick, the time frame, US dollar versus Canadian dollar, which is USD card. You see sell or buy. In between sell or buy, you see 0.01, and the 0.01 represents the lot size. And then we have a lot of things we are going to do here. Take your time, observe, take a deep breath. Let's continue. Now, on the right-hand side, in between 1.35860 and 1.35405 is the price. That is the price. Okay. Take note of that. Now, this chart, there is an indicator that was added, which is RSI period 14. So let me just ask general question. If you can see RSI into bracket 14, say I can see. Let me be sure. You can see RSI into bracket 14, say I can see. I want to know if you are following. If you can see RSI on the chart, on the screen, into bracket 14, say I can see. Great. So someone can see. I can continue teaching right now. Now, so we have a highlighted something like a lime green, 1.35328. That is the current price, where price is right now. How much is United States dollar going against Canadian dollar? How much Canadian dollar do you need to get 1 United States dollar? It's currently 1.35321, right? So these are things you can do. On the chart, you can do analysis. On the chart, you can project, see the structure of the market, and then also make an execution. You can buy or sell on the chart. On the chart, you can add indicators. Now, how do you add indicators? Before M30, there is something like a cross. That cross is called crosshair. In between that is something like, I don't know how I call it, but twist with like a stick inside. Click on that. That gives us to not the crosshair, the center one in between the M30 and then the crosshair is the indicators. So you can actually click there to add any indicator you want to add to the trading platform. Well, there are a lot of perceptions around indicators and stuff. We're going to talk about that. Which of them, I don't have a problem with indicators, but I think if you don't know how to combine them, how to use them, what they actually do, you might end up using the wrong way and come and tell me that, hey, Mark, it did not work for me. So we have trend indicator, we have oscillator indicator, we have volume indicators, and we have Bill Williams indicators, right? All these indicators have purpose. You don't need all of them to be good trader. What you need is how can you tackle the market? Who is controlling the market? How are they controlling the market? When are they going to move? So you can move with them. You can be able to make some money. Then we have M30. Click on the M30. The M30 over there only tells you that we are looking at the chart on 30-minute time frame. Now, there are two ways you can actually change time frame here. One is to click at the top where the M30 is, and the other one is to touch the button, the chart. So press the charts. Yes, so you see the ring with M1, M5, M15, M30, H1, H4, D1, W1, MN, and then around you also see multiple windows. You see um, shapes and tools, and you also see settings, right? Now, we'll tag based on these, but from here, I will ask you to go and explore. I will ask you to go and explore. Now, the main difference, or one of the difference you see between Meta 4 and Meta 5 on the phone version is that visuals and graphics. The graphics looks a little bit brighter on MT5 than MT4. And then we have some level, a layer of patterns. For example, you enter a trade and you want to try, you want to move your stop loss and see how much exactly your stop loss value or your take profit value is. The next button after the M30 actually give you that. Or you analyze the market, you want to pick trade at a specific price. Okay. So maybe you analyze the market and you want to set a buy limit, a sell limit, any order, you can actually, based on where price is, you can actually use this and adjust it to that particular price and set it as well. So let's say we want to set a price, a limit order, a sell limit order at 1.35605. Once you put it there and you are okay with the price, you can click on the arrow in front of the TP, then it will set for you as well. That's some of the modifications you can see on MetaTrader 5. Then you can now do confirmation and place your order. Very, very simple, not complicated, not difficult. Like I said, they will tell you the thing is difficult because you are just imagining, anticipating how it will be. When you put yourself into it, you realize that, oh, okay, it's something you can actually do one by one, step by step. As now, the next point we go into trade. So over here, you will be able to see a current trade running. You can see your account balance. You can see equity, free margin, and the rest. So please trade. Just click on the trade button. All right, so over here, Madam Lubani finished her account. So you can see that the balance is 0.07. And if there is an equity, maybe 1,100, you see it as well. Then when the trade is executed, you will be able to see how that trade is running. The next point is history. The next one is messages. Now let's go to menu. So please click on the menu at the top. So over here, you see your name. You can manage accounts. So as I said, the MT4, MT5, it's a neutral platform where you can connect different brokers, different assets at the same time. So we go to manage accounts. You will see you can add an account. You can please click on manage account, press on manage account. You can see all the accounts you have, and then you can switch between them. You can add new account. Like you can see here, there is HFR market, there is quick trade, and there is dairy, right? So you can add as many brokers or different accounts under one particular MetaTrader platform as well. How do you do that? You click on plus, find broker, you type the name of the broker. The broker will give you parameters that you need to enter, and then you can just take it from there. All right, so if you want to demonstrate, that's fine. So we then have the base. Let's go to settings. Yeah, menu and settings. Let's do the little bit of settings quickly. We have settings. Yes, so click on settings. So over here, you can set how do you want to see the quotations. We have the advanced mode and then the normal mode. So what we've seen earlier is the advanced mode. Please uncheck the advanced mode and go back to quote and let's see. Yeah, the quotes are the base. So you can see that you don't see anything. You don't see the bid price. You only see bid and ask price. You don't see the pips move or against the asset. You don't see the spread. You don't see the date. You don't see the time, right? So let's go back to settings and then so put it back. Now, if you want to enter the trade, there's always a sound. If you want that sound, you can click the sound. If you enter the trade to make sound, boom, that stuff. And then you please don't just be there. Now you want to so
Sorry.
menu and settings. Then we have scroll down a little, enable news, and scroll down interface. So how you want to see your interface. For instance, those of you that uses tablet, your interface is different from mobile phone. So those of you who use mobile phone, you can also enable the interface to look like that of a tablet. So madam, please click on tablet and let's see how tablet interface looks like. So the whole thing will reset itself and you'll be confused like that. So it's more or less like showing like how the PC version is. Now at this point, you need to turn the phone landscape. You can be able to see everything at the same time. So please click on menu, go back to settings.
My landscape is not. mm, Now I'm confused in this tablet mode.
Okay, just scroll down and look for settings. Yes, that's the setting there. So you can just check and check the tablet option. Then it goes back to your normal. Okay. Congratulations for going to another one. So menu, um, settings, and then scroll down a little. Then we also have theme, it's default. Is that all? Yeah, that one is just if you want to see the light or dark. So system default just give it to you on there. Yeah, if your system is a black interface, it picks it default. If you want it white, you can pick white as well. Now, click on chat. You can scroll down. Is that all? Yeah, this is the
Uh,
white on settings.
okay.
All right, just put it on default settings. Oh, okay, that's fine. So go to chat, touch the screen, you go to settings. So over here, you can set how you want to see the candlestick. We have line type, so you have the candlestick. When you click there, you'll see bar, line, and candle, right? So just cancel. Then we have no, let's just be here. So that we save time. That's line.
Okay.
Yeah. So change it to bar. All right. So we have show things you want to see. We have trade position, show orders, trade history, profit and stop loss, take profit and stop loss levels. You can show them. Do you want to see period separators? These are normal things that in case you want to see, you can just check them. Then the next one is colors. So let's click on colors. Let's go straight to colors. So over here, You choose how you want to see your buying candles or the bull candles, selling candle or the bear candles, and then how you want to see your grid lines. I love to see gray to be black. I don't want to see gray. So your foreground, your color, maybe you have a favorite color you want to use to set your buy candle, sell candle. These are all the things you can do. Then your MT5 is suitable or MT4 is suitable for you to use. Please, can you launch the C trader quickly? Let me show the interface very quickly. All right, so we also have C Trader. We use C Trader as well. So there's a complete video for C Trader as well. So this is where you also see the watch list. There are a few difference in graphic user interface and then some navigation elements. Those of you who want to do copy trading, one of the platforms you can actually copy and expect, right? So you can see watch list, you see position orders, price alert. Then under this, we have trade. Then we have the copy. Please click on the copy. So under the copy, you see strategy provider, right? So if you analyze any strategy provider and you feel like, oh, okay, I'm always busy at work, but I feel that when I copy this person, his trade results are okay and will help me, you can actually copy the person and then control your risk and everything. And as the person make profit, you make profit. As the person make losses, you make losses. So for instance, click on Regal. Let's click on it. So over here, you can see the trader's return on investment so far. Please go to equity. You can also see the trader's equity. How long? No, it's the same place. Scroll to the top. No, just stay at the top. So ROI equity. So equity, how often do the trader withdraw deposits, everything in the account? You see it as well. On the top, go to description. So you see what strategy the trader is using. For instance, this person says he tried to make profit of 2 to 5% a day, blah, blah, blah. You read through, and if you're okay, go to history. At history, you'll be able to see his trading results. So today is third, he made $21, $22, and lost $1.73, make $21 and lost $5.75, make $1. And then so far he's making a total profit of a net profit of $58.61. So probably if you like the person's trading style, you will say, okay, I like him, I want to copy him. Then please go back your or overview, sorry, go to overview. And you actually check what's his minimum requirements and the rest. So basically, this is the back office, and I'm going to end it here. If you have any question, please you can raise your hand. You can unmute your mic as well and ask your question for clarification. Then we call it a night. Madam Lumbani, thank you for allowing me to use your mobile phone.
Thank you so much.
So do you have any question? You have any question? Mary, you can unmute your mic, please.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
So much. I appreciate all that you do. Please, when we started, network did not allow me to follow a major part of what you taught. So I missed a whole lot because of the network. Is it possible to get the recorded version?
Yes, we'll put it on the our YouTube platform, so you can have access on it.
Will you put the link?
But then, please come again.
Will you
Okay, I think the network is still shaking.
to the YouTube, the link to the YouTube?
Okay, I'll share the link. So other videos are there as well.
Oh, thank you so much.
So I'm just dropping it in the chat box.
Okay.
Any other question, please? Do you have any other question? If no, let me know. So we call it a night. If yes, you ask. All right. If there is none, then we'll call it a night. Until then is Wednesday. And sorry, Friday. We'll be going into it little by little, talk about candlesticks and how to use candlesticks. And some of you already have access to candlestick trading Bible. Please, if you have time, you can read it as many times as you can. It will help you understand few things. The major problem a lot of people have is relying too much on signals. You rely on signal and the person giving the signal is not available. Automatically, you cannot trade. I advise you to take the lesson very serious. Even if you want to rely on a signal, know how to at least back test the signal. Right? So on this note, have a good evening. And if you have any follow-up question, you can ask in your previous groups and it will be addressed appropriately for you. Remember not to deal with anybody privating for an investment program. Please beware of scammers. Beware of people who will take advantage you because you have less knowledge. There are a lot of scam activities happening these days in email. We call it email phishing. Please, if you see a transaction, if you never buy BTC and give to anybody, if you never invested in BTC on any platform, and then you receive an email telling you that click on this particular link to confirm a transaction, don't do it. If you do it, you are compromising your email. And please, your Gmail is very important because once it is compromised, everything about you is take security very, very conscious and be careful online. Then don't let anyone outsmart you. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys again on Friday. Do have a good evening.